I don't believe in luck. I believe in being prepared. I think if you're prepared when the knock comes, you're going to have a very lucky day. And if you're unprepared when the knock comes, the opportunity comes, it's not going to be such a lucky day for you. I grew up in Pawpaw. I was in maybe, I guess, 4th grade, and my next door neighbor, Amy Firestone, who's still one of my best friends, was in the Pawpaw Village Players production of The Music Man, and they were in rehearsal, and they needed some boys in the band, and she said, "You should come be in this musical with me." So I said, okay. So I drove down on my bike with my little clarinet that my aunt gave me. I marched around the stage for Charlie Burkett and his wife, who were directing it, and he was the lead in it, and he was playing Professor Hill, and she was the choir director, and she was Marion, and it was the Pawpaw Village Players, and so I got in the show, and I was 8 years old, and I got bit by the bug, and I think I always knew I wanted to do it, and kept dancing and working at the Pawpaw Village Players, and the choreographer of all the Village Players shows, Cindy Meath, had a dance studio in the basement of the dime store that moved across the street to above the drugstore later, and that's the Billy Elliot side of my life. She was constantly saying, "Come take class, come take class." And I said, no, it's only girls. I'm not going to that class. And of course, I was 15, riding home, racing my best friend from football practice on our 10 speeds, fell off, the chain busted, broke my collarbone. And I said, I'll keep my legs in shape for basketball. Ding, 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 and went to take tap class. And once I was in the dance studio, she gave me all my lessons for free and paid me to come on Saturday mornings at 9 and teach the little kids, because I could already tap. And so she put the hook in, and I never left. I just never left, and just stayed dancing, and then started competing in dance, and apprenticed at Hope Summer Repertory Theater in Holland, Michigan, and then got swept up by the Young Americans when I was a senior, left my school, went on tour in West Side Story, came back, graduated with my class, went back to Hope, went to Webster University, Webster College at the time, in the conservatory program, came to New York, got my equity card at the Muni, came to New York on spring break, went to my first Broadway audition for Agnes DeMille. She said, "I'll take him, he's tall, he can be a clan leader." I got a Broadway show, went back to school, said, "I'm going to do a Broadway show." There happened to be Chorus Line in town, went to the Fox Theater, auditioned for Chorus Line, went on tour with the Chorus Line, came back to New York, and then I never went back to school.
Oh.
But when I got the Tony Award, my school gave me an honorary degree, and my parents got to see it, so I got a degree in it. So it all worked out. Actually, my mom told a really funny story. My mom, when I decided to leave college, I was a junior. I only had 1 year left. I actually got college credit to do Brigadoon and Woman of the Year and the Best Little Whorehouse movie while I was in New York and LA. And I said, I'm not going back to school. And my parents were a little crushed because I had a scholarship. It was all paid. And no one in my family ever went to college. And I said, "Ma, don't worry about it." I said, I'm going to be famous someday, and they'll give me an honorary degree. Just relax. It's really important, I think, for all of you to know that you have that ability. You have that ability to see it in young people and then encourage it, because they're not always getting it from home, in the theater. I find so many of my friends who had terrible support from home, or no support from home, or negative support from home, because they were dancing or they were singing, or now when are you going to get a real job? And when you're young and you've got this dream, whatever it is, I want to be an astronaut, just because it's theater or singing and dancing. Now I guess it's not so big with Glee and American Idol and stuff like that, but I just think the support is always the key to the growth. And we didn't even have a theater in my high school. We had a cafetorium. So it was kind of like a pull-out stage that was pushed up against the wall, and we'd pull it out as a big square, and we could either put it in the round or we could put it up against a wall and build flats on the sides. And I started doing reviews like my junior year, because we didn't have enough money at my school to do musicals. We would do plays, but I'd say, well, let's do a review. We'll do our own show. And so I got my best friend, Diane Karsten, who played the piano, to play the songs, and I choreographed all the numbers, and I did the telephone sketch, Mike Nichols and Elaine May, because I'd done it in interpretive reading, and we put on like a 1-hour review with songs and dances, putting on the Ritz, and I would choreograph the numbers. I was crazy, and it just flew by the seat of my pants, basically.
That's
and
great.
because I was kind of a leader, I got away with a lot of stuff.